Wala akong upo.
Ay, go lang.
Nakatayo.
Go lang. Nakatayo. Hindi kasi siya.
Sa break.
Go.
Go. Direk, since we have bagets and then hakal na and now walwal, what's the difference now?
Ay, iba-iba. I mean, now, from the start, Bagets is in the generation of, that's Aga Muna, Raymond Lauchenko, okay, Herbert Bautista, mga tatay na lahat yun. Okay? So that's Mario de los Reyes' landmark for the generation of the 70s. Okay, then came Pare Ko, okay, which was the generation of the 80s. Okay, then afterwards in the 90s, I did Nagbibinata. Okay, which is the generation also of the late 90s. So, since then, mula nung Pare Ko hanggang now, 24 years na nakaraan. So, 24 years na nakaraan. Kasi si Jo Marie, si Mark Anthony, mga tatay na rin yung mga yon. Okay, so, ngayon, this represents the generation of the 21st century. They're not actually millennials, they're centennials. Okay, generation of the centennials. Okay.
Generation Z.
Ano po yung pinaka nag-push sa inyo? Why ginawa niyo yung walwal movie?
Kasi lately, hindi ba ni-restore ang Pare Ko ng ABS-CBN Restoration? Napanood ko, kasama ko nun sina Jo Marie, napanood ko. Sabi ko, I'm really yearning to reinterpret again a story of male bonding and a male barkada, but this time in the context of the 21st century. So ang ginawa ko, when I broached the subject matter, the idea kay Rosel Monteverde, sabi ko gusto kong gumawa ng parang Pare Ko of the 21st century. Sabi niya, sige, basta maganda yung material na mahal mo. So, kinausap ko yung isa kong estudyante. Sabi ko, I wanted to come from somebody who belongs to that generation. And true enough, nung sinulat na yon, may mga subject matters siyang tinouch na alam ko na somebody who belongs to that generation would be the best to understand. So, yun.
And sila po ba ang original na handpick nila to do, na i-cast dun sa movie?
Let's put it this way. When I came up with the characters, okay, when I came up with the 4 boys, okay, who was given to me, who was given to me offhand was Elmo. Sabi ni Rosel, I want Elmo to be there. Okay, so sabi ko, I'll make Elmo Dondi. Okay, tapos ang sabi niya, bahala ka doon sa tatlo na gusto mong isama. I saw a fairy tale, okay, and I saw Kiko, and I worked with Kiko, but shortly lang ang so sabi ko, sige, let's put in Kiko. And then Rosel said, would you want to work with somebody new? Sabi ko, yeah, like who? Sabi niya, Donnie Pangilinan. I cannot say no because ako ang ninong sa kasal ni Maricel at saka ni Anthony. So parang apo ko si Donnie. No? So sabi ko, it would be interesting to direct Donnie at the age of 19, whereas I directed Maricel when she was 19. So sabi ko, it's a nice, tanda ko na celebration by putting in Donnie. And then sabi ko, I need somebody to do the drama. And I was watching The Good Son. Okay, so I said, I really want Jerome Ponce for the role of Intoy. So in a way, it was fate and handpicking that brought the four together.
How about with Kisses?
Ay, nagkaroon naman ng Twitter, hindi ba? Nung sabi nung nalaman ng Donnie is part, nagkaroon na ng big campaign, hindi ba? About who is going to be the partner of Kisses. It was a choice between Tony Labrusca, okay, and Donnie, di ba? So sabi ko, since I have Donnie, okay, sino yung maganda ipapalas? And I need a luka-luka girl. Who would look good dressed as a Harajuku, okay? So, and Kisses looks Japonesa, di ba? She looks Japonesa. So sabi ko, it will not be awkward to put Kisses there. Then I've seen her in PBB, okay? Di ba sila ni, what's the name of that girl with the long neck? Maymay. Okay, between her and Maymay, sabi ko, it would be nice to put Kisses. Ay, nagkagulo na ang Twitter na. Hindi ko na makakalain na there was this thing going on.
And, ano tawag ito?
Wala sige, go ahead.
Yes, Direk, when you were directing them, may mga nag-flashback ba sa'yo about how were you directing Pare Ko?
Ay, oo. Ang maganda nito, ang basic worry namin is they had to be a barkada. So, nag-workshop kami because there was this need to get these boys to bond together so that on screen you could see that they were really friends. Okay, so nag-workshop kami na OA yata yung workshop.
Sobrang dikit na nga daw tong
Sa workshop na yun, it led to us being real friends. Like brothers, so it was funny.
So it was really weird that, you know, at the end of every shoot, they would be together. Kaya ang pag-aalisan niya, oy, huwag kayo maglalasing.
Yeah, it's like we wait for each other sometimes on set.
Pagtapos na yung isa, they wait for each other. So, it greatly reminded me of the time that I was doing Parico because there was also such a close bonding between specifically Jo Marie and Mark Anthony because of Guapins, di ba?
Yeah.
They started in Guapins. And I do remember when I was doing Nagbibinata years ago, that's Patrick, John Lloyd, sino yun si Patrick, si John Lloyd, Baron Geisler, okay? Nung panahon na yun, si Baron Geisler na ang sakit ng ulo ko sa set. So sabi ko, you know, I mean, how I know that years later, you know, I'd be doing the same. I enjoy it.
May mga, did you consider ba na i-include din sila sa cast? Yung mga dati?
You know, originally I wanted their parents to be to be Victor and Mary. But you see, remember when this started, this was a Regal production. Okay, that's a Star Cinema production. But I would have wanted sana the parents to be Jo Marie, Mark Anthony, Victor Neri, and Gio Alvarez. So,
That was really solid.
but then, ano yun Star Cinema yun Those are two different kingdoms. It's only lately that the kingdoms met.
Oo nga, maganda din naman yun. How would you assess the voice in terms of...
You see how much I love them? That additional shooting day ako because I miss them.
Oo nga, akala namin tapos na
No,
yun.
when I saw the interlock, sabi ko there's something kulang. I have to shoot this. So I have to do it again. Okay, sabi ko, I called for one more day of shooting because I saw certain gaps that needed to be filled. Okay, so I did it again. Now I'm in deep shit because my timetable has to be compressed. But I needed it. I really needed it. Okay. So, yeah.
On set po, do you have specific rules na parang signature na Direk Joey? Like, are you strict with time?
Well, A, I am strict with time. B, you should know what you're doing. And C, I don't want you acting.
Oh, Direk gets mad if you act. Yeah.
If you start acting, sabi ko, no, don't do that. And I keep explaining to them, karamihan kasi ng training nila TV. Sabi ko, iba sa TV pag nagte-telenovela kayo kasi it can really, hindi naman damage, but it can really misguide you as an actor because telenovela acting is very different from movie acting. Oo, kasi TV, di ba confined, may commercial ka, kailangan may impact bago may commercial, may tulmuluhong luha, di ba? Sa movie, hindi. Sabi ko, I want this to be as natural and as real as possible.
Direk, since you've been able to work sa mga kabataan before, 20 years ago and now, is there any difference ba sa mga behavior ng mga youth ngayon?
Ay, ang laki. Ang laki ng pagkakaiba. To begin with, boys will always be boys. But tandaan natin na mas mahirap ang buhay nila ngayon. Okay? I-consider mo na lang sa pag-aartista, mas mahirap mag-artista ngayon kasi ang dali mong maging... It's easy to get there if you're lucky. It's harder to stay there. Okay, as compared to before. Okay, plus there is social media. Okay, and it's so our behavior is shaped sometimes by our involvement with social media. Lalo na sila. Kinukwento ko nga, sino ba ito? Hindi, sa kay Jerome, sabi ko. Because there's this big thing now in Twitter about Tony Labrusca.
Oh yeah, you told me about it.
Nagkakalit sila because Tony Labrusca is not going to the Mega Ball.
Millennial.
And they're blaming Donnie. Sabi ko, why are they blaming Donnie? Donnie's in Pampanga.
Non-relevant.
Yun, diba? But it's like that. Why are people angry?
Word comes out fast.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of internet trollers right now, so like.
Yeah. So I was telling other people there na, you know, I love Tony because Tony is the son of an actor of mine too, you see Miguel Labrusca. So it's very, very different. It's very, very different.
Direk, ano po yung discoveries niyo sa apat na male lead stars?
What do you mean? Yung mga in their personalities? Well, I know for the fact that especially with these two beside me, they're out to prove something. Okay, this is the first time Elmo is coming out for quite some time without a love team. Okay, and in the movie there are two guys without love teams. Okay, because it's a story of them and I really want to try a story of boys without girls. So your level of relationship is not with your girl, but what you have to deal with in real life. Yeah, with himself. Like with the case of Elmo, How do you move on? Okay, and how do you move on at the same time kung bumubuhay mo, you fulfill the expectation of others. With the case of Jerome, it has got nothing to do with women. It's finding kung sino ka. Okay, kung sino ka. Yeah. At mahirap ka. Mayayaman yung mga kaibigan mo. Middle class ang kaibigan ko, mahirap. Yung involvement sa mga babae, itong kay Kiko, and it's not a lovey-dovey kurutan story. It's taking responsibility for what you've done to a girl.
I remember, Direk, you were telling us not to sugarcoat it. Just to deliver it as like raw as possible, like as natural as possible.
So, hindi ito yung typical youth na happy-happy with the 1980s background music. Hindi. And we want it to be as real as possible.
Elmo, how close yung character mo?
To myself?
Yeah.
It's very close to me because I feel like I experienced it din in real life, yung pinagdadaanan niya na he doesn't know if he should pursue. Parang he's afraid to pursue what he really wants to do. And I feel like when I was younger, ganun din yung pinagdaanan ko. And I can really relate to Dondi as a partner.
And is there any instance na na-experience mo na yung super parang wasted ka or walwal?
I think most people, and I'm part of that.
Any crazy things na nagawa na?
No,
Wala naman.
Si Kiko, alam na.
Sige, hindi.
Obviously, get you, bro.
no.
So to Elmo and Kiko, ano yung mga ano si Direk sa set?
Honestly, we weren't really expecting how Direk would be. As in, he's the most chill and he was the easiest director to work with. Because he knows what to do already. Na parang he made everyone more comfortable and sobrang naging madali yung work namin dahil sa kanya.
I mean, like what Elmo said, but like more than that, I appreciate this chance to be with Direk. I mean, it's like a rare opportunity to work with a master director in his 80th plus film. So he's out. Like we said, like Direk said, like me and Elmo are out here to prove something. Now we needed that extra push from Direk, and I'm just happy and blessed to be a part of this film. Hopefully, more films to come.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Like, how are the girls? Kasi napag-usapan yung boys, pero...
Oh, great. I've worked, I haven't worked with Devon before, but I've seen some
Devon
of
is
her
so
works.
really
Okay, but then Devon is so really good. Jane is good. And Kiss is a beautiful revelation. I wish there was more role for our Miss Sophie, but then she was just there to be the punctuation mark to the entire film. But I was telling Roselle, I think there's a lot of future in Sophie. She's so pretty and she's an international beauty queen.
Miss Multinational.
Miss Multinational, yeah.
Direk, in terms of directing them, ano yung pinaka-challenging na part sa'yo sa kanilang apat?
To keep them real. To keep them real. Kasi it's not a matter of directing each and every one of them. You have to, when they're together, you have to make it templa. Okay, you have to make it templa na parang, walang mag-stick out, walang mag-ano. So you have to make them templa while keeping it real. I want na pag nanood ang mga bata na alam nila nakikita, para sila nakasilip sa buhay ng mga ka-age nila. And it helped them na I surrounded them with real kids.
Yeah.
My students, okay?
Also, the set. I mean, like it's the first time I worked on set. Like we're shooting in mismong like in Benil. We're shooting in like school. Shooting in a bar. So it's like very. My mom was my real mom, so it's very comfortable.
Yeah, yung mom niya si Cheska ang lumabas talaga.
So I love it, Direk.
Direk, na-post niyo po sa Twitter yung picture ni Donnie dun sa set, nung pumunta siya sa set ng pelikula ninyo with Marcel Laxa. Ano po yung story niyo?
Yung kay Donnie? No, kasi Donnie was there. We were shooting in CSV. Okay, and then dumating yung buong family because they came from a place nearby. Okay, so Maricel was there with Anthony. Okay, and the children. Okay, bumisita lang sila.
Hindi doon po sa isang photo na bata pa si Donnie na...
Years ago, I was doing Magkaibigan, this movie I did with Jingoy Estrada, which Maricel came out as
Shout out to my
the,
tita.
Maricel, that's Maricel, Don Sulueta, Christopher De Leon, and Jingoy. Yun yung tribute ni Jingoy kay Rudy Fernandez, yung about a friend taking care of his best friend with cancer. Bumisita yung mga anak ni Maricel. So, nilalaro-laro. Biruin mo! my God, tanda ko na dinidirect ko na yung batang maliit doon. That was Donnie pala. And I was laughing like crazy na si Donnie pala yung batang yon. That was years ago. That was about 10 years ago. 10 years ago when I did that.
How's Donnie pala, considering this is his first film?
yes.
Tapos award-winning pa si Marcel.
Well, tandaan mo, apo siya ni Tony Ferrer, apo siya ni Imelda Ilanan, anak siya ni Maricel Laksa. It's in the genes.
So,
Okay,
kita
it's in the
talaga yung
genes.
ano.
Okay. And one thing I'm so happy about is my 4 boys, and even my girls, they're all smart.
Yeah.
When you deal with an actor na matalino,
Kilig na kilig.
when you deal with an actor who's matalino, you've won 80% of the battle. Okay? There is nothing more tragic than a gorgeous idiot actor. And I've dealt with some of those. Okay, those are the ones that you shoot all over
Oh my God.
so that you become a marvel of editing. Okay? So, thank God wala. So, that's why ang dali-dali ng set namin kasi ang mga bata matatalino, naiintindihan nila kagad yung gusto mo at meron silang kino-contribute doon sa role nila. Importante yun. It was super enjoy.
Sa mga ano po ngayon, sa mga iba pang mga young stars ngayon, sino po yung gusto nyong madirect na mga young stars?
Oh wait. Well, one I'd like to direct very much so is Nash. Okay, Nash Aguas, because I saw him in this yung bagito niya na before. I'd like to direct Nash. Well, I don't know if she's still within reach. Si Liza Soberano. I've wanted to work with her years ago, but wala, darna na siya, di ba? So, wala, beyond reach na yun. Sino pa ba? You know what? I'd really want to work also with Tony Labrusca. Okay, with Tony Labrusca, because anak nga yun ni Miguel, na artista ko rin noon. Okay. So, yeah, I'd like to work with those. Sino? Si Boom
Si Boom pala yung si Miguel.
Elmo, Kiko, how are you kapag lasing? Ay!
Casual na
Kasi
yun.
di ba yung walwal? Wala naglasingan. How are you kapag lasing? Or
Ano ba yung
or
concept?
nalasing
I'm
ka
a happy drinker. No, that's not true. That's not true. No, like I'm more happy. I'm more outgoing. No, kasi I'm very shy.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm very
Ba't
quiet.
parang nagdi-disagree sila eh?
I haven't seen them lasing.
Elmo is the
They
life
have
of the
not
party.
seen me lasing, so I'm glad.
Elmo is literally the life of the party.
You, how about
Ikaw, Kiko.
I'm just quiet, you know me.
like that? Opposite.
So may nagkaroon ba kayo ng ganung banding na rin? Kayong apat? Yung parang in-experience nyo yung maglasing or magwalwal talaga literally?
We used to go out, diba?
After shoot.
After shooting, we would like spend time pa din, ganyan. As a
Yeah,
group.
like,
Alam niyo, minsan yan, nag-change location kami, hinahanap namin, asan yung apat? Kasi we moved from one house and then we went to another house about 4 blocks. Naloka kami, nagbabasketball yung apat sa squatter area. I'm not kidding. Ano ginagawa na? They were in the, yung
So
basketball courts.
I remember we were sweating and then Direk was like, "Hey, ito yung eksena na kukort mo si, di ba?" So I had to take a bath for like 5 minutes. I took a bath in 5 minutes.
Naloka ako, nagbabasketball sa kali.
Yeah, sobrang saya ng set namin.
This is the best, like, it's the best experience I had working on a movie.
Meron pa.
And who is next?
Ayun, what's next pala for you, Direk, after this? May
Yes,
bago
we want to
ka
know
ba?
that Direk.
Sila ba ulit? Charot.
Yeah, there's WALWAL Part 2, let's say.
No, we're still negotiating. It's not yet final, but my next is also with Regal. It's called Throwback Thursday.
Comedy siya? Or
Yeah. Tentatively, hindi pa final, backlist.
ay sana mo to.
Sana matuloy. Okay. We're still working on that, hopefully. And then, I really want to work with these 4 boys, either individually or as 2 of them. Hopefully within the year. I want to finish 2 more movies before the year is over.
Pero yung story ba nito, yung tipong gustong mong gawan ng part 2, ganun ba yung...
Depends yan on the reaction of the people. Okay, it all depends on the reaction of the people. But if we should be so lucky and God should give us the blessing, then I hope that we can do a sequel of WALWAL. Okay, na ang title ay Salawal.
I just
Medyo ano
Gusto ni Al.
adult pa
Sa
na.
lawal.
Ay, tas ano pala, yung hindi ko sure kung kasama ba sa tinakal na issue dito yung depression. Kasi parang
Ay, hindi. Kasi that's a,
Hindi siya
no, that's, alam mo, very sensitive ako dyan. I'm a teacher in CSB and in LaSalle, and I've seen a lot of cases of mental health issues. I've had a kid who committed suicide. Okay, a student who committed suicide. And I'm really very careful about how you deal with such a sensitive, lalo na ngayon with Kate Spade and then Anthony, di ba? So, di ba, you just don't do it for entertainment, kailangan isipin mo. But I do have a script about suicide, but not from the point of view of the victim, but what happens in the whole scenario. But I'm still so scared to do it. Hashtag why, hindi ba gano'n?
Yeah, hashtag why.
Oo, KIKO ELMO. Oo. Binil din sa Gino. It's very sensitive because I don't wanna, like yung hashtag why, what it says about the character of yung character ni Elmo, at saka yung schizophrenic siya na may imaginary. So it has to be done sensitively. Natatakot ako because baka pag napanood ng bata, gayahin.
yeah.
Invite na lang po everyone to watch WALWAL on June 27.
Okay, to invite. O sila, voices.
Yes, everyone, please. Few weeks left. WALWAL, the Barkada Film of the Year, is already going to be showing. Cinemas nationwide, we do hope that you support us.
June 27, directed by the one and only Direk Joey Reyes.
Binulat mo kami doon direct.
Wait, oh my God! Presented by Regal Films. That's how we do. That's how we do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.